It's Logan Renee of the Soulkation Podcast, a place where you will learn how to shape your own success, how to get over situationships, and how to maximize your unique gifts. For more in-depth tools, head on over to loganrenee.com. Hello, everyone. I am here with Patrick Snow, whose vision is to help you get more out of life and to work. He's an international best-selling author. He's a professional keynote speaker. He's a publishing, speaking, and book marketing coach. He has also spoken to over 3,500 audiences in 4 continents. Wow. Welcome to the Soulkation Podcast, Patrick.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you so much for having me as your guest.
Oh, it's my honor. Thank you so much. I know that you have so many things going on, so thank you for taking the time to do the podcast today.
You're most welcome. Thrilled to be here.
So first question is, take us to the Patrick in high school. Let us get to know him.
Well, that was a few years ago. I'm 49 years old now, going to be 50 in January. So I graduated high school back in 1987 in Michigan. And the young Patrick Snow was a lot like the older Patrick Snow, determined, disciplined, huge dreams, goals, and visions. And back in those days, we didn't have much of an outlet to pursue those dreams, goals, and visions other than in sport. And so I played sport every fall, winter, spring, football, basketball, and tennis. And I earned numerous varsity letters throughout that time. And I put all my efforts and energy playing sports. And I think my sports career in high school was capped off as a captain of my varsity football team, giving the pregame speeches to my high school football team. And I don't know that I was a very good speaker back then because we didn't win a single game my entire senior year. But nonetheless, I got a lot of practice doing the inspirational speaking. So that was the Patrick Snow of the high school years.
Nice.
And I was always a quote junkie. So I think the quote junkie from those early days has kept with me.
Yeah, I love it. You left the 9-to-5 arena. How old were you when you decided to step away from the 9-to-5?
Well, I think what people don't understand is before I ever entered into the 9-to-5 arena, I was always an entrepreneur. So at 13 years old, I was delivering Detroit Free Press subscriptions, delivering Detroit Free Press newspapers. And then I learned that I could make more money selling the subscriptions door to door. So I did that, and I make upwards of $100 a night back in 1983, which is a lot of money. And then in the winter, I would shovel snow and make tons of money. And in the summer, I'd mow grass and, I'd do lawn care and landscaping and make lots of extra money. So I think earlier than the 9-to-5, I learned that you can make an unlimited amount of money, be your own boss, have more time doing the entrepreneurial route. Then in high school, I worked once in a restaurant. I made $3.35 an hour. And it seemed like after several weeks of working there, I got a paycheck and it was like $82 or $38. And I thought, my God, I've worked here forever and I've made only this amount. So after graduating from the University of Montana, getting into corporate sales, I did the corporate grind from, I would say, 22 years old, 21 years old, until about 35. And finally, at 35 years old, I was able to quit my job and retire and then go full-time into my business as an author, speaker, coach, and entrepreneur. So I've been full-time entrepreneur for about almost 15 years now, and I've loved every bit of it.
I love it. I mean, clearly you would be making more as an entrepreneur than you were in the 9-to-5 arena.
Well, and you have your freedom, and you have an unlimited income potential, and you have time to go exercise. And I do a lot of hiking and bicycling, and you just have more freedom to do what you want. So I like that a lot better.
Yeah, I agree. But currently, I have a full-time job working for the federal government, and I'm a full-time entrepreneur because you can't say part-time ever. So for the people who actually enjoy their 9-to-5 arena and want to stay on that path, what is it that you would say to them? Because a lot of times entrepreneurs try to pull everyone into that arena, and everyone doesn't have, that foundation or that love and drive that you need as a full-time entrepreneur. So what would you say to them?
Well, my best advice is just because you have a full-time, 9-to-5 job right now, today, doesn't mean you're going to have that tomorrow. I was laid off at 9/11 for my $100,000, six-figure high-tech sales job. And then I went to work for another printed circuit board manufacturer. And then in 2002, I was laid off a second time, and that was 2 strikes against me. So I think the mistake that people make is they think that because they have a good job now, that they're always going to have a good job. And tomorrows are not promised, and they never have been. There are things out there called mergers and acquisitions and downsizing and being made redundant and layoffs and firings and new bosses that are maybe not as kind as your current boss. So I would say the best advice that I can is always be building a plan B. And the plan B might be investing in real estate on the side. The plan B might be doing network marketing or direct sales. The plan B might be, investing in the stock market. The plan B might be turning a hobby or a crafts or some art that you do into a profitable evening and weekend business. So as long as you have a plan B income stream on the side, then you're protected, because the 9 to 5 is not a guarantee. And I think that's the trap that a lot of people find themselves in, is they work their whole life and they end up 40 or 50 or 60 years old and they're let go of their job. And it just about devastates them because they've defined their entire beingness through their employer. And I think that's a dangerous place to be in. So if you have a plan B that you're working on, then if the plan A no longer works, then you're off and running and on your way.
That's good, Patrick. That's good. So if someone wants to write a book or start speaking, what is it that you would tell them to do first, especially if they've never done it? There's nobody in their family that's ever done it, and they're not surrounded around people that do it often, because it just sounds, weird. Like, why do you want to write a book? So what would you say to them?
Well, the first thing I would do is start speaking as often as you can. And a great place to learn to get more opportunity beyond stage is an organization called Toastmasters International. And I started doing that in the early to mid 90s. And that certainly helped me out, getting a couple, 2 or 3 or 4 or 500 speeches under my belt. So that helped me quite a bit. And then really a book is nothing more than your speech. So your book is your speech is your book. They're one and the same. So write out your speech or speak out your book. And either way, it becomes the same piece of material. And then the book is the platform from which you stand on to launch yourself and to catapult yourself into the professional speaking arena. And that was my story. Is I gave 300 speeches in my 20s and I couldn't get paid to save my life. I got free breakfast, free lunch, free dinner, free pens, free mugs, free parking, free food. And it wasn't until I actually sat down and wrote and published my book was I able to actually become a professional keynote speaker. And if you're serious about this, anybody that's listening, they can go to my website, thepublishingdoctor.com, thepublishingdoctor.com, all 3 words all spelled out, for more information on writing and publishing a book. Or I would be honored to offer a complimentary, no obligation, 30 to 60 minute publishing and or speaking consultation by phone or Skype. And that number is 206-310 at 1200. 206-310-1200, 206-310-1200. Text me your name and your time zone, and I'd be honored to give anybody listening a complimentary consultation to show them how to avoid all the mistakes that I made during this process.
Nice. And I've heard him speak, guys. He is absolutely amazing. He drops jewels. Like, he's going to drop jewels between the 30 and 60 minutes. He's absolutely amazing. And I have friends that have worked with him one-on-one. So definitely make sure you all take advantage of that. So with everything that you're doing, you're wearing a lot of hats, Patrick. You are a father, you're a coach, you do speaking, you do training, you do seminars. You have so many things that you're doing. How do you stay committed to all of them?
Well, it's a passion to serve others. It's all about serving. And I'm a strong man of faith. I pray to God, meditate with God daily. And that has given me a purpose for my life. And my purpose is to live my life in service to others. So because that's my purpose and my mission in life, then it's very easy to stay committed, because I'm trying to do everything I can to do God's work on this planet to help others achieve their dreams, goals, and visions. And that's what servancy is all about. So that's how I stay committed.
Wow. I love it. You've also worked with over 1,200 clients. 1,200 different personalities, 1,200 different backgrounds of people. So when you work with so many people, what is it that you've learned about yourself?
I've learned that the most beautiful thing about being a publishing coach and a speaker is I learn more from my clients about life, about challenges, about obstacles, and about adversities than I actually learn from other, experiences. So I teach my clients how to write and publish books and become professional keynote speakers. And meanwhile, they don't really realize it, but I'm learning from them. I'm learning wonderful things about life, what to do, and other things in life, what to stay away from, what dramas to avoid, and what principles to move towards. So I learn as much from my clients and their diverse backgrounds as they learn from me. So it's a very good exchange of information back and forth.
I love it. So when it comes to your health, because it's very important to stay on top of your health, especially with traveling from Hawaii back to the States, what is something that you must do when it comes to your health?
Well, I pray and meditate every day. And my prayers and my meditation, and people get confused about the difference between the two. Praying is asking God for things and asking God for blessings. Meditation is listening to God and allowing God to put ideas and thoughts in your mind. And so I have a daily affirmations, prayer, meditation routine that I do. It takes me upwards of about 45 minutes to an hour every day. And that keeps me centered. That keeps me calm. That keeps me relaxed. That keeps me on my path. And so without question, that is how I stay centered, and that's how I keep in good health. And I think that prayer and meditation are two of the best things that we can do on a regular basis.
Yeah, I agree. So for those that's listening to the podcast that are balancing a lot or committed to a lot of things, a lot of times we can feel a little drained and a little tired. Next to prayer, next to meditation, what do you recommend that people do when they feel this way? Because we have to keep going. We have to keep fighting and soaring for our dreams and our goals. So what else would you recommend that we do?
Well, I'm a big, huge fan of exercise and health and nutrition. So I try to do everything I can to eat healthy, which includes lots of fruits, nuts, and vegetables, lots of fresh food, stay away from sugar. I think sugar is not a very good thing because it makes us tired. It gets us drained. And so do what you can to stay away from sweets. Drink tons and tons and tons of water. I believe that water is God's medicine, and it's one of the best things that we can to detoxify our system. And then on top of that, to try to do anything and everything you can to exercise at least 1 hour every day. And for me, I either go for a 1 to 2 hour hike every day, or I go for a 1 to 2 hour bike ride every day. And that exercise time, I feel, keeps me young at heart and keeps me lots of energy. And it's also a great stress relief. So I would say health and nutrition and exercise are things that are very important to keep on in our life. And I love a quote. I have a publishing client that book on health and nutrition. And she says in her quote that it's not that you can't walk anymore because you've gotten old. It's that you've gotten old because you stopped walking. And I firmly believe as we age, one of the best exercises that we can do is to walk or hike or whatever. And the more that we do that, the more we stay young. So I thought that was a pretty telling quote. And I've definitely gotten some nuggets of wisdom throughout that quote.
That's so true. Are you an alkaline water drinker? Do you do distilled water? What's your type of water?
I just have a water purifier or water filter in my refrigerator. Okay. And I eat so well, mostly fruits, nuts, vegetables. I'm vegan, but I do have some fish here and there. And so everything that I eat is alkaline. So all my food is high alkaline, and I stay away from the sugar and, the standard American diet kind of foods, which is mostly acidic. And so based on that, my water is just regular filtered water, regular pH. So it's not alkaline or acidic. It's just the regular stuff. And part of that reason is I feel comfortable with that because I get so much alkalinity from the foods that I eat.
That's good. High pH levels. Okay. So We have rapid soul questions now. So the first thing that comes to your mind, just shoot out the answer. What is one person that you admire? Who is one person?
Jesus Christ.
He is amazing.
Because of the love, because he stands for love and forgiveness, love and forgiveness, love and forgiveness. So I admire him. Absolutely.
I love it, Patrick. What is the last song you listened to?
Wow. It would have to be some kind of, new age ocean kind of music or harps or something along those lines. I don't even know the name of the music, but I listen to a lot of relaxing, calming kind of music, and I listen to a lot of country music. So I would have to say either country music song or nice, soothing, soul type music.
I love it. This is a Soulkation podcast, so this is perfect. What is your favorite season of the 4?
The favorite season of the 4 is Hawaii season. And this is the reason why I moved to Hawaii 4 years ago, because it's 86 degrees every night, 68 degrees every day. I haven't worn socks in months, shorts and t-shirt every day, no humidity, no bugs, no mosquitoes, epic sunsets and sunrises every day, no bugs. And it is incredible. Hawaii, I believe, is the most beautiful place in the world. And it's basically summer 24/7, 365 for years on end. So I would say Hawaii season is my favorite season. But I do miss the snow, and I do get back to the mainland speaking every now and again. And then after a couple of days of the snow and cold, it's like, okay, I can't do this cold. Life is too short.
Oh my God, the mosquitoes, Patrick. I can't deal with it.
I haven't been bit by a mosquito in 8 years.
That is amazing. What is one product that you must use every day besides your phone?
One product I must use every day. I would say my laptop computer. I've got a MacBook Pro, and to succeed as an entrepreneur, you only need a smartphone and a laptop. So those are 2 very important tools. And besides my phone, I use my computer daily.
I agree. If you could go to dinner with anyone, who would it be?
Drew Brees. I'm a huge NFL fan, and I admire Drew Brees, quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints. And he's an amazing man, strong Christian man, and just been playing forever and has done very, very well. And I've always admired him. I'd love to go to dinner with him. That'd be awesome.
What is one book you believe everyone should read?
I published a client recently by the name of Dr. Michael Gross, and the book is titled, in fact, I'm going to go get the whole book so I can read the title and the subtitle. And this is probably one of the most profound books I've ever read in my life. And I think every human being on planet Earth should read this book. It's The Spiritual Primer, Reconnecting to God to Experience Your True Source of Love, Joy, and Happiness. Applying God's 12 transformational laws to reawaken your soul. And his website is thespiritualprimer.com, thespiritualprimer.com. It is absolutely, I think, other than the Bible, which we all know about, I believe it's the absolute best book about understanding God and our purpose in our life, and how we can better serve the world. So that's my newest book that I published for one of my clients, and it's one of my all-time favorite books I've ever read.
I'm definitely about to add this to the Amazon cart, Patrick. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know if it's on Amazon yet, so you might have to just go right to his website to buy it direct. So
Okay, perfect. What are you looking to do next, and how can we support you?
Well, my goal is to publish 10,000 people all over the world. And these books are positive, inspirational, to give healing to the world, to give hope to others, to be inspirational. And so I published 1,200. My goal is 8,800 more people published over the next 50 some odd years. So the best way you can support me is anybody that you know that wants to write and publish a book, send them my way. Again, 206-310-1200 is my cell number, 206-310-1200. They can text me to schedule their schedule their complimentary consultation. And that's what I'm doing is I'm helping more people write books. And I love to do that.
Thank you so much, Patrick. This has been amazing. Thank you so much.
I've enjoyed our time, and thank you for having me as a guest on your show. It's been wonderful.
Thank you. Have a great one.
And I'll just say this: dream, plan, execute, and soar. Think it, ink it, believe it, achieve it. If not you, then who? If not this, then what? If not now, then when? If not here, then where? Whatever you want in your life wants you back. So develop the courage to go after that which you want. Develop an unstoppable mentality, and know that if you believe in your visions, the how will slowly present itself over time.
That's good. Thank you, Patrick, so much.
All right. God bless you. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
My hope is that your soul just went on a vacay and you have tools that you can apply to your life today. I love your feedback, so make sure you subscribe and email your questions by clicking on the link in the show notes. I'll talk to you soon.